Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I hope you're having a great day. Right, we finally managed to get away on a camping trip. Okay, it's about 6 o'clock in the evening and I'm at Damon's Field. It's a Friday. We're going to be spending the weekend here and I'm just cooking my tea at the moment. So I've got some chips and fish fingers going on and a couple of baps and just enjoying a very, very unhealthy drink. So we've got just Damon and Joe here this time around. It's sort of evening time. I've got my hippie hair. I'm going to go get my hair cut in a few weeks time, but until then I'm going to have to put up with very unmanageable hair. We've got Joe. Give us a wave, Joe. Oh, you can't, you got your hands full. and we got Damon, who's in there hiding. Hello. And we haven't got to that bit yet. And of course we got Rocco. Hello Rocco, how you doing? Say hello. Say hello. Look, who's that? Say hello. So I've got my Guinevere, as you've probably seen before. Damon's got Nina, and Joe is camping in a modern day yurt. I'm going to go and show you. It's not really camping, it's more like glamping. Damon got this and it's really cosy. So Joe set up a proper little home from home, and so it's got a proper bed. Well, I say a proper bed, it's a blow up bed, but it's just like a real bed. It's amazing when you sit on it. It's so firm, it's perfect. And lots of little goodies going on in there. So Joe's going to be as comfortable as it's possible to be when you're camping, which is really good. Now, I had some problems with Guinevere when I was on my way down here. You may remember from a number of weeks ago, it was about 6 weeks ago, I had an £800 garage bill because some rodents had chewed through the wiring on my sensors underneath the van. Well, when I was just getting ready to come out here today, I turned the engine on and the same check emissions light came on, and I felt my heart sink. They've done it again. I've started parking away from the space where I used to park, thinking that the rodents wouldn't attack it, but 6 weeks on, looks like I'm going to be landed with another £800 garage bill. Now I have gone underneath. I was able to park earlier on a dip in the field. I managed to crawl underneath, have a look around, and the wires have been chewed through again, but this time I've tried to do a repair and I've reconnected. It was one wire that had been chewed through. The others had a nibble, but I think I've got away with it. But anyway, so I've reconnected the wire, tried it again, but the light still comes on the dashboard. So I'm going to look into seeing whether I can get some sort of reset, like a service reset thing on is it OBD2 or whatever it is, the thing that plugs under your dashboard. I'm going to look into that first before I get garages involved. And I've also seen the sensor and how it's connected, so if I do need to replace it, I can probably do it myself, as long as I can get under the van, which is a bit of a problem because it's quite low to the ground and I haven't got any ramps, so I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, on the drive down here I was quite despondent because I thought, oh, for goodness sake, those little mice have cost me about £3,000 worth of damage so far, and I'm getting a bit frustrated, as you can imagine. And I did write to local council and said, what can you do? And they said, no, we can't do anything because we can't put traps down or anything because you're harming wildlife. And so I don't know what I'm not sure what to do, because if it means I just can't park my vehicle at my house, I'm gonna have to park it streets and streets away. I guess I may have to do that, but it's a bit off, isn't it? Where you can't park in your own street because of the mice. But anyway, there we go. Right, moaning over. I'm going to go back to seeing whether my dinner is ready. Siri, how are we doing on that timer?
15-minute timer with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go.
It's called the bean queue. and we're trying to determine whether or not it's any good. And it's a bit of a faff to use, if I'm honest. It's a glorified bean grinder, and it takes ages to grind the beans.
It's really quiet.
Yeah. But then it's like it's just a drip-fed coffee machine. There we go. It's finished its grind, and it stops when it's ground. So it's a glorified coffee grinder, really, but it's got a drip feed thing in the bottom. Smells good in here though. Ground coffee.
Yeah, like a salnina at the moment.
Yeah.
Just need to cook some bread.
Yeah.
Like a Starbucks.
That's better. Look at my hair. I've got mad hair. Look, sticky out bits here everywhere.
At least you've got some. Look.
Joe's hit the reset button on his hair. So we're gonna have a little bit of a movie night. This is Damon setting up his little portable camera projector. Oh, you've got flicker on there. We're not seeing the flicker, but you're seeing the flicker because I've obviously got my camera set up wrong. But yeah, he's got a little portable projector up there and a nice big screen. And I think we're going to watch a movie. We've got lots of popcorn. So I've got a bag, Joe's got a bag, Damon's got a bag. And this was done on my little popcorn machine that I did on my previous video, or not previous, but a previous video. We've got coffees, cokes, and I hear there may be some hot chocolate available as well. So cool. Oh, that was fun. We just finished watching something called Pixels, which was that how recent was that film?
I don't know.
It was really good. It was funny. Adam Sandler and that the guy from Game of Drones. I wanted to say Game of Drones. Game of Thrones.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was also the voice for the Ghost in Destiny, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
And the early ones, and then they changed it for some reason. So that was really good fun. So yeah. I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's a nice, I wouldn't say sunny, but it's bright-ish morning, a Saturday morning. I had a really good night's sleep last night. In fact, I actually woke up this, sort of in the middle of the night, just briefly, and I was completely convinced that I was in my bed at home. So this is how comfortable this caravan cushion bed is. So I'm just preparing for a shower. I've got my little shower curtain set ready to go, and I'm just boiling the kettle, and I'm going to be using this porter shower. It's a 5 litre, well, it says 5 litre and 7 litre, so make your mind up whichever you want. I think 7 litre is what it's capable of carrying, but it says 5 litres max, because you need to allow a little bit for the air pressure. And that, I think that says 5 litre there. But yeah, all I did was, before I came out to camping, I filled that up with cold water, and then I've decanted that much off into the kettle, and it's just about to start boiling, and then I'm going to put that back in there, and that'll give me a nice hot shower. So let me get myself sorted out, and I'll be back. Decided that I'm going to only use the bean cue for the grinding of beans. It's just essentially an electric bean grinder, because I'm more of a fan of pressed coffee than I am of drip coffee. So I'm going to go back to my good old AeroPress for the actual making of the coffee itself. So you've probably seen this before. This is like a big syringe, and you stand it upside down, whoops, and you pour in the coffee beans, put on a filter, and then squeeze it into the cup, and that way it extracts the coffee through a pressurization system, all sounds terribly technical, but you basically squirt coffee into a cup with a big syringe. So we've not got a huge amount planned for today. I think we may have a little go with a new game that Damon has bought some bits for, and it's something called, it's got a name, it's a kind of golf, but it's not, it's golf with frisbees, and it has a name and I can't remember what the name is. It's something like aero golf or frisbee golf or something. I'm sure I can put it up on the screen what the name of it is. It's too early for me at the moment. But that's a basket that you basically put that, that's like a hole in golf. Instead of aiming for a hole, you aim for that thing and it hits the chains and falls down into the basket. Damon's bought some discs, and so actually he's got enough for all of us, so we can have a proper little game. And I think what he's planning is putting the basket somewhere in the middle of the field and then having various teeing off points from various places in the field, and you've got all these obstacles to get around and everything. My hair looks terrible. I finally booked a hairdresser, but she's not coming till next month, so I just have to get this sorted out in a minute. Anyway, I'm just waxing on for the sake of it. So I'm going to sort out some breakfast, better go and say hello to the others, and then we'll go from there, see what's what. I'm sorry, I keep looking up at the I've got a little screen on the, I'm supposed to be looking at you in the camera, but I've got a little screen just above the camera, so it I seem to be watching that automatically. Maybe if I fold the screen away, there we go, that's better, so I can look at you now. Okay, we've got something called disc golf. Damon's got some discs and a disc golf catcher thingy over there. I've got the 360 camera set up near to it. Hopefully I'm not going to hit it. It's on the other side, so it should be fine. I'm going to give it a go. And it's basically, you've got 3 different types of frisbee. One's a putter, one's a driver, and one's a mid-range. And you've got to get them into the basket that's below those chains there. So let's give this a go, shall we? Ooh. I'm nervous about hitting my camera now. Yes! Got one.
How good's the putter?
Oh,
you were better with the putter then. Wait.
I got 2 in. Was that 2? No, there was already 1 in there. But Damon caught this slow-mo bit of footage earlier. I'll let you have a look at it now. Great stuff. Right, time to put the kettle on, I think. Right, I'm going to have a go. Right, there you are. I'm going to have a go at doing some sushi. I'm just making up. It's kind of cheating sushi. It's tuna, sweet corn, a little bit of mayonnaise, and I'm just cooking the sushi rice in a pressure cooker. Moment of truth, let's see what this rice is like. I think the pressure's all gone now. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes. So no, it doesn't look too bad. At least it's not all burnt anyway. Just going to add a little distilled vinegar. I haven't got any rice wine vinegar, so I'm just going to use clear vinegar. And I'm just going to mix that in. That will give the rice a nice little tang and also make it sticky. Okay, so I'm going to use a bit of nori. Let's get it right shiny side that way, and then we're going to put some rice on. I think I've only done enough for one, maybe two. One, I've done enough for one. I need my mat, where is it? I haven't done this right at all. Let's put it on the mat. Spread this out a little bit. So push the rice out to all the corners, and then we're going to put on the tuna and mayonnaise with sweet corn, and I'm going to put that on in a row. I think I'm overstuffing this. We'll see. And I've got some teriyaki, which is sort of like kind of bonito flakes, I think, isn't it? Same sort of thing. This comes from my local Asian supermarket, and it's just this, it's like fish food. It's this flavouring that gives it a very distinct flavour. And then we're going to roll it up. Right, wish me luck, I'm going in. This is going to be messy to clean up. Right, I think, yeah, I might have overfilled it a little bit. Never mind, we'll run with it. It's oozing out the edges. Okay, I'm going to wet the knife, and then we're going to slice. I'll slice at the other end as well, and then you can see what it's supposed to look like. There we go. Oh, that tastes really nice. Okay, let's cut some sushi. Now Damon said he wanted to try some of this, so I'm going to take a bit over for him to see whether he wants more. Very good, look at that. Happy with that. So I'm going to take some over for the lads and see whether they want to try it. You want to try some sushi?
I'm not a sushi person, but because you said it was just tuna,
yeah,
I'll try it. You're sure it's just tuna?
Just tuna.
There's nothing raw in there?
Nothing raw in there, no, I wouldn't do raw. But there's some bonito flakes which give it a bit of flavour.
It's the smallest one.
And a nori, yeah.
I've never had sushi before.
Well, it's not technically sushi, it's sort of a Californian, it's like a Western version of sushi.
So what's the rice, just normal rice?
Sushi rice.
Sushi rice.
Mm. Which I had to sort of rescue because it was a bit dry. First bite is like, and the second bite is like, usually.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah? Oh, you'll enjoy the second bite then?
I like tuna mayo anyway. So.
Yeah. So it's not unpleasant, is it? It needs some soy sauce. I forgot to bring any. But,
sweet chilli.
Oh, that'd work. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Try a little bit of sweet chilli then. That'll make all the difference. You want to try one of these, Joe?
Yeah.
Here you go. Oh.
About to try some of Rick's sushi. Look at that. Oh yeah. Thank you.
That's Damon's chilli sauce on there.
Try some chilli sauce.
That's really good.
Oh yeah. More flavour in that. That's really good.
So there we go. One successful convert. So Damon's never tried sushi before and he liked these, so that's good. And they're mostly gone, so I'm going to make some more. Oh, right. I'm debating whether to keep the hat on or off. I've got horrible hair, so I think I'm going to keep it on. Little video log. Thanks for all the feedback on my last bunch of videos that I've been doing. I've obviously been going all out with video making recently, the last 6 weeks or so. I think it was a really good move to put that original video up where I was saying that I'm going to be changing the direction of the channel a bit, and that pretty much freed me up to be able to do whatever it is I wanted on the channel. So I've got no reservations about making videos on anything on the channel now. That can only be a good thing. So that's all good, and also the telescope videos are all going to be hopefully coming a lot more often now. I've been out a few times with the Stellina now. I've got the Stellina here with me. Hopefully we're going to be able to try it out this evening, although the forecast is a little bit cloudy, so we'll have to see, but I might attempt it. I was going to do it last night, but it was just fully cloudy apart from a tiny little patch, so we didn't bother last night, but may give it a go tonight. And obviously if I get any results I'll bring them here. Now with the Stellina telescope, I mean it's a fantastic scope. I'm really pleased I got it, even now I've spent time using it, and I've got some really good quality pictures from it without all of the faffing around that was involved with the old the old setup. The only downside is, which is it's not just to that telescope, it's any telescope, is the amount of time you need to wait for that photograph to come through. And the last few nights when I've used it, I've literally spent the entire night gathering one object, and the results have been fantastic, but it's kind of difficult to make a video when you're just sat there with the telescope pointed at one thing and you need multiple hours in order to gather enough information from that one starry thing or that one nebula in order to make the really decent pictures. So what I might do, I don't know, but in future videos I may spend a few nights gathering some really good quality photos, and then in a telescope video or in a stargazing video I might point at the same objects, have a little talk about them and a little note of them, and then show the picture I took the previous night or the previous week, and then move on to the next object. And I think that way I can keep the videos moving along and keep them interesting. But I don't know, we'll see. I think the style of the videos will just unfold as I do them, and I think some sort of natural pattern will come along, and that'll be how I do them. But again, I'm not too worried. I'm just debating whether to have a coffee. Don't really like drinking caffeine this late on in the day. I tend to do decaf, but I'm so tired I could actually use a bit of a caffeine as a pick-me-up. I'll have some water though. Yeah, I've really missed the field. It's been quite a while since we camped down here last time, and I don't think I made a video on the last one, but this is just like this little chunk of paradise, this tiny little well, I say it's not tiny, it's quite a nice sized field, but it's so quiet and so peaceful here. I just love coming here, and I can feel myself just unwind so quickly when I'm here. It's like I've almost trained my brain now. Whenever I'm here or even on my way here, I can instantly feel any tension I've got in my shoulders or anywhere. I can feel it just draining away as I get here, and within an hour or two of being here, just sat quiet, I'm completely and utterly relaxed. It's quite a magical little place, so I'm very glad that Damon's got this field and he's kind enough to let us come here and spend some time here. And we're surrounded with wildlife and nature. We've got a field next door is kind of left to fallow at the moment, and got lots of wildlife and insects and butterflies and birds and all sorts going on over there. I saw a woodpecker this morning, proper, I'm not sure which one it is. It's the black and white one with the red bits. It flew into one of the trees earlier. We were really close to it, and we got a really good look at this thing, because woodpeckers tend to be quite elusive. They're quite hard to spot, but this thing, yeah, fantastic. So yeah, really nice being here. And I just had a little chat with the guy on the bridge as well, because I wanted to capture a boat going past, and it's all often very quiet on the canal here. So I asked him if he had any scheduled crossings, because he's got this, well, there's a bridge up there that he has to manually open to let the boats through, but he didn't know when there were going to be any. But he very kindly phoned ahead to the other two bridges further up and further down the canal to see whether they'd had any traffic, and he said, yeah, there's one just gone through up there, and it's going to be about 10-15 minutes to come down here. So I went back sort of 10 minutes later, and I was able to capture a canal boat going past. So that was very kind. So back off home tomorrow, but tonight we've still got lots planned. We've sort of got this disc golf thing going on, and we're just going to do this course, which I'll probably film actually. We sort of all got together and got this disc course set up, and well, I'll tell you what, I'll grab the camera. I think I'm going to wear my GoPro on my little strap that goes here, and you can come along and have a game of disc golf with us. You're going to give us a quick explanation, Damon? Oh.
Right, so we're going to start. So I'm going to go first, then it's Rick, then Joe, holding to the piece of cardboard I got here, the lemon cheesecake.
Yeah.
This first one's a par one, so I'm up to go. Here's your disc, boys.
Thank you.
And may the best man win.
Yes. What's the prize?
Lemon cheesecake.
So anybody who's not played disc golf before, you have,
Rocco.
that's basically the hole, which is a bunch. If the disc hits the chains, then it goes into the basket, and you've basically, it's like getting a hole
Par one.
on golf. So yeah. Oh, you nearly hit your camera then. Ah. Oh. Oh.
Leave it, Rocco. If you miss that, you're rubbish.
Yay.
Right, Rick, down now, so you've got
Oh, we're doing scores and everything.
plus one, isn't it? You're ready by the looks of it.
Oh no.
Give me, Joe.
Yeah.
There we go, so I'm +2.
That was really good fun, that. So, and I've only got a tiny bit of battery left, so. Right, a bit of tea. We're going in for tea now.
Well, I've got jacket potatoes on, so there's one go in if anyone wants one.
I'm alright. I'm actually, like, stuffed from earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be ready about 6, so not for about 3/4 an hour.
Okay, cool.
Jen's coming down, she's going to have one with us as well.
Okay. Marvellous. Well, good morning. It's early on a Sunday morning. You can hear the bell calling the faithful to prayer. That's what I love about this this small village sort of dwelling. It's just so quintessentially English. Almost expecting Miss Marple to kind of wander along the road there. Sorry, I'm being silly. Well, had a great night last night. We watched a movie, which was actually the movie wasn't that good. Actually, it was The Magnificent Seven, the new one that they've just done, and it was really long, and it was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but ate lots of popcorn. We never got to play pop quiz. We were going to have a game of song quiz, but we never got around to that because by the time the film had finished, we were all almost asleep. But unfortunately, the sky was cloudy again, so we couldn't get the telescope out. But I may be coming back again soon to fit some solar panels. So hopefully the sky will be clear on that night, and we might be able to get something out here in the country where it's a lot darker and we haven't got the light pollution from the town, which I've got at home. So I'm talking quietly because Joe and Damon are both still not up. There's no sign of them, can't even see Rocco, and so it must be very early. So off home today, going back to my house. It's got Steve and Michelle staying at my place, and I think Steve mentioned he's going to be making some hot cross buns, so that'll be nice. And they're hopefully if all goes to plan, they will be heading off back home to Australia on Wednesday. So fingers crossed that all goes through. They have to jump through so many hoops to get back into Australia. It's pretty crazy, and they've got to have one of these COVID tests tomorrow, and then as long as that's all clear, then they can get the flight. I think they've got to have another one before they get on the flight. And then they've got to go into 2 weeks of quarantine, which the government are forcing them to pay an extortionate amount of money for, before they can even get home to their family, which is a bit rubbish really. But there we go. I guess that's life at the moment. A little bit of a crazy world we live in at the moment, but not a lot we can do about it, I guess. Right, I'm going to just sit here and enjoy my coffee for a little while. Oh yes. Hopefully I'm in focus. I've been trying to get my head around the focus on this thing. I'm using the Sony RX100, and it's not a touch screen, but if I touch the screen, the focus changes. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But according to this, I'm on manual focus, so it's possible I might be a bit blurry. Well, that just could be my hair. I've got to get this haircut. That's I didn't realise how bad it had got, but yeah, it's really bad. But I've got it booked in, but it's not until next month. Although that's only a couple of weeks away. But there we go. Anyway, I'm babbling. I'll catch up with you shortly. I'm looking at the screen up there again. I need to be looking here, don't I? Well, I don't think much of the weather. It's starting to get a bit cloudy. Oh, blue sky. So I think we're going to have a little game of disc golf before we set off. That's the plan, I do believe. Well, that was good fun. We just had ourselves another game of disc golf, and that's actually a really addictive game. I didn't think I was going to like it. I didn't think it was going to be my cup of tea, but actually it's really good. And it's kind of like golf, but without all the expensive clubs. You just got to buy some little discs and a basket. And even in this sort of smallish field, we just had the basket in one place and then multiple tee-off areas. We've literally got a 9-hole course here, and that's really, really enjoyable. And I kind of hope, because I've only recently heard about disc golf. Steve was telling me about it. It's quite big in Australia, and lots of their parks and open spaces have these baskets with the chains, and you can just go along and play for free. And I wish our local councils and stuff would do things like that. I know, like in Europe, you get a lot of the open park areas, and they've got like exercise machines and things like that. Not fancy gym ones, but like, you know, those big things where you can exercise and stuff. And I really wish we had stuff like that over here, but it seems our local councils don't seem to just have that mindset, you know, and it's quite sad really. Right, so I'm just going to have a little tidy up now and then think about heading back home. So I think I'll get myself organised, probably have a last little cup of coffee, and then that'll be it for this trip. But I will be back very, very soon. Okay, that's it. I think we're pretty much ready to go home now, and the wind's picked up, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But I think I seem a little zoomed in as well. There we go, that's better. Been meaning to say thank you to James for the walkie-talkies. We've been using these all weekend, which is really good.
Yes, thank you.
And no doubt we shall be using these in future videos. It's really useful. They got a long standby time, so
we've not been swearing and singing through them or anything.
no, nothing like that. But there we go. Anyway, so that is it for this video. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I know I've filmed a load of 360-degree footage, some of which may have ended up in this video, but I'm sort of looking to do it as a separate video, which would be really, really good, hopefully, and that means you can see it in virtual reality and experience life in the field for sort of real. But we'll see. Anyway, so that is it from me. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.
Bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.